Hey guys, what's going on? It's Tim here with Solo Discovery. Thanks for joining me on my first YouTube video here, and we are going to be playing some Space Engineers. We are going to get started with a brand new game in survival. Go to custom game, down to we're going to do the standard star system. And because I'm absolutely terrible at coming up with nice creative names, we're just going to go with Solo Discovery. We're going to go into advanced. For a lot of these settings, I prefer to do as realistic as possible on kind of these survival creative games, so I'm just going through and changing all of this to realistic. Environment hostility. I have been playing on normal, but I think I'm going to jump it up to Cataclysm for a little bit of extra excitement. Sound mode, we're going realistic. The rest of this we'll keep pretty standard. I do not want auto healing. I like my games to be a little bit more challenging, and so we're going to get rid of that, and we're going to enable permanent death. We want ingrained scripts, and let's go wolves and spiders. I've got one mod that I'm going to be including, and I'm not sure if it's spiders or wolves it needs, or if it needs both of them, but I know it needs one of these, so we'll just go ahead and enable them both. The third person view, I'm going to keep this enabled, but I'm going to try and limit myself to going to third person as little as possible when piloting ships or driving rovers. Just a little personal challenge to myself. Try and keep it in the first person. Unknown signals. I'm going to disable unknown signals. I feel like those are just kind of free handouts, and I'm not a big fan of handouts. I like to try and earn everything I've got. I think that's good on the settings. Going into mods, I've got quite a few mods here. I won't be including them all. Let's start here at top. Just a new HUD, it's nice and colorful. Scaffolding I'm going to include because further down this list I'm going to be including a mod that nerfs the jetpack, where it's virtually useless on atmosphere or planets with an atmosphere like Earth. Air traffic, we're going to go yes. That just adds more enemy ships and enemies and ships. Ammo management controls, armor thrust, bear dimension, quality of life, some armor blocks, colored stuff. Build vision makes it a little bit easier, or so you know how close you are to actually finishing stuff. Just more terminal info stuff. Camera panning allows you to look around in cameras as if it's kind of like a turret. Colorful icons just adds a little bit more color, makes everything look nicer. Concrete tool, haven't really used much. I don't think I'm going to use it for this one. Daily survival kit, or daily needs survival kit. I just subscribed to this mod, so I haven't had really any time to play around with that. I may do that, may add that in another time, but right now we're just going to leave it. Dr. Vanilla Voxels adds in, or just a general graphical improvement of everything, makes everything look a lot nicer and neater. Easy control button access, yes, yeah. Here's that nerf mod I was just talking about. Like I said, basically renders the jetpack useless on atmospheric planets. Hard survive, makes it where if you die, you respawn with less stuff. Hopefully I don't need that, or won't have to worry about that. Hopefully I'm not dying at all, but we'll throw it in there just in case. HUD compass, self-explanatory, add the compass up top. Light Just throws a control panel on individual lights, so it's easier to access individual lights if you can't figure out which light on your base or on your ship it is you're trying to tweak. Modular encounter spawner, this adds in, or this is the framework for a bunch of NPC stuff, so that needs to be up top. Just more armor blocks. Haven't really dealt with this a whole lot, so I'm going to include it, and hopefully a little bit later game we can get that working properly. Enables NPCs to just do more stuff, give them better weapons, ore detector. For both large and small grid, this mod almost doubles it. It's, I think, a little bit less than doubles on small grid and more on large grid, or it might be vice versa, something like that, but it's right around doubles the range on it. Nothing too game breaking, but makes it a lot easier when you're trying to initially find those cores early game at least. Projections to assembler makes it easier when you're trying to just build stuff up. Yeah, we'll go with that. More small ship stuff. This mod adds in a customized rotor that for solar panels it just tracks the sun. Sneaky sounds, quieter tools. It is just quiets the sound of the drill and all the tools, so it's not quite so loud for you guys listening. Surface occupation adds NPC bases to planets. TextHUD API, need that one, and toggle cross area, we'll include that in case you want to take nice snapshots of ships we build or anything like that without a crosshair in the middle of the screen. And space just got real, we'll include that one as well. It just makes the space look a lot neater. And that is good to go there, so that's all good. And we will start it up. And alright, so I'm going to probably throw a cut in here just because this will take a minute to load with all those mods. And we will pick up when I am actually in my Earth-like drop pod falling back to Earth. So we will see you guys here in a few minutes. Alright. Alright, we just spawned in, and I'm gonna break my own rule right off the bat just to kind of see, make sure that I'm going to not land on a tree. Looks like let's see. Kind of close to a couple of trees, but I think the big thing here might be, am I going to roll with this hill? We'll see. I'm kind of getting a little bit closer to that tree. It's got me a little nervous. I'm drifting. I think I might be good. I'll land close to it, but I don't think I'm going to land right on it. Nope, we're good. Alright, and am I going to roll or is it going to lock it away? We locked. Awesome. Perfect. Just what I wanted. Alright, so let's check it out. Alright, go back to first person. Alright, before I go anywhere, I'm going to, oops, I just got, I want to access the seat. I'm going to pull my rifle, magazines, and this, and I'm going to actually read this. Some merchants keep bragging about some really good deals at a station he has been visiting, but would not spill the details. However, I happened to stumble on his navigation computer during my maintenance shift, and this position kept popping up. Go see if there's any truth in what that merchant said. Alright, so these grid coordinates, we're going to create a GPS marker. Go ahead. I'm actually, since I've read it, I'm going to move it back over to the passenger seat. I don't need it taking up any inventory space. And we are, oh, wrong button. We go here to this, and let's see where this actually is. Show up on HUD. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Only 6.5 kilometers. That's not even that far. Like it is on foot, but on a previous game I was playing, it was like almost 20 kilometers away. So it took me a while before I decided to decided to go there. So I'm going to, just in case any wolves decide to pop up and hassle me, I'm going to just throw my rifle in there, and I'll switch back over to my drill. I'm just going to do a quick run around and see if I can find any ore. Actually, let me hop back in this and crank up the ore detection range just to see if this can, ore detector, let's max this range out. Let's see, silicon. I don't want well, silicon's good, but I don't care about silicon right now. I need iron. Well, it doesn't look like I've got any iron, so let's hop back out. I'll run down here just to directly above it, and I'll throw a GPS grid down. Alright, so GPS new. Silicone, and I don't need it on the HUD because I don't care. Alright, now let's keep running around a little bit more and see if we can find us some iron. So kind of my plan for everything is going to be making a small kind of outpost, if you will, wherever I find some iron, if I can find some iron close. If not, well, I'm gonna have to make my small little outpost wherever if I can't find iron real close. And I want to build a larger base, probably in that direction, so I'm a little bit closer to that friendly base. I can pick up missions and earn credits there, and I don't know what credits are good for in single player. You can buy some ships and stuff, so I might be able to buy a fancier ship. But I want to build a base right next to / on, not sitting directly on, but like on the shoreline of a ice lake, so that way I can more reliably run. Oh, see, just had a thing pop up. What do we got? SPRT transport courier. So, is he coming closer? I actually just see him now. Yeah, he's coming a little bit closer. So hopefully he doesn't fly directly over us and attack us, because this will make for a very short game. Really would love to find some iron. Where are you, iron? I don't find it here in a second. I'll run kind of around these trees and stuff, and if there's nothing decides to pop up and help me out, then we'll just go back over there and I'll start building. And nothing. I guess we're just gonna go back and start out mining stone, as much as I don't want to do that. Yeah, generally you want to try to avoid mining stone as much as possible, just because you don't get that many resources for the amount of time, and you get gravel, which is next to useless and just takes up cargo space. So we're back here, I guess. Where do I actually want to put the base, though? Just so I'm not digging. Whatever, I guess I'll just dig right here. Sure. Let me know how this sounds to you guys if I need to, you know, that just in my ear that sounds a little loud, so I'm going to see if I can tweak the audio settings for the tools sound. Yeah, let's take sound down quite a bit. Even with the silent tools, that still sounded a little loud to me, so alright, so we're full. Let's come back here. I'm still crouching. Come back here. Need to go to production. We need to go ingots. I'm actually just gonna queue up a lot of ingots. See, for the little bit you're not really getting that much. So in the beginning, this is what you do. Just store, where did where's my home? So the number one priority is going to be getting this base more established, and by doing that we need to how's that green? Is anybody else seeing that? Because I'm drilling grass, so the grass is like vaporizing into green mist. The goal is need to drill down. You want to get below the dirt. You want to get below the dirt so you can get to actual rock. And once I get beneath all this grass, I'll be able to show you what I'm talking about. Just because you get a lot more stone per, like, as you're drilling, you just get more stone. You have to drill a lot less to get the same amount of stone. But I think what I'm going to be trying to do is see, yeah. So, holy moly, this is going to take a minute. So, alright, let's, I guess, get started on building. Let's take that iron. No, can't take the iron, because iron doesn't do me anything. I need basic components. Let's go with 100 of those. Let's move this over so you start cranking out some steel plate. I'll let that go. I guess I'll just collect more of this, because why not? There we go, and here's steel plate. Oh, this is going to take so long. So let's go with blocks, and then a basic assembler. Oh, because I've got progression, so that's why. A basic refinery, and a medium. No, I can't do a medium because that's only for a small grid. On a small cargo container. So let's go with do I want to do? Yes, I do. Alright, so I guess let's just get started right here. just going to do this so that way I can run onto it nice and easy from that side. Alright, so here's my base. So now I need, let's go with the storage container. No, you. So you, I believe, only have, yeah, so you only have the one. Okay. And you, I believe, have one on each side. But, yeah. Nothing there, so you're gonna have to go there. But I need more steel plate. Of course I do. This is why it is important. Missing items. Well, I guess give me more stone. Throw these down real quick. Which way do I want this to face? Let's make it face that way just because I feel like it. And interior place for that, so I won't be able to build that right now. So let's go do some more drilling for rock. Because drilling for rock is the best and most fun. It's too dark. There we go. So see, here we go. Now I'm getting into what I was talking about. So there's all the grass, but see how this is brown once we get down to stone? You'll see it's great. There we go, starting to get into stone. Look at how much more we're actually getting. Crouching. So more stone. The stone is fun. Trying to kind of, as I'm drilling, keep my eye out for as I get deeper to see if I come across any more. Like an iron deposit, because that would be just amazing. But we'll see. For now, it's just going to be stone, because that's what we've got, and we're just kind of stuck playing with the cards we were dealt. I need a lot of steel plate. Cannot wait until the survival kit is almost entirely useless. Like, it is just sad how useless the survival kit is. Like, the only thing it's good for is being a respawn point, and I generally do pretty well at not dying, so even in that respect it's kind of just failing. There. Drilling it out. Drag this so that way I can get a good bit of iron stored up. It's looking like I'm coming close to the end of this episode. So I think we will call it a wrap for now. Sorry it's not super entertaining, like we accomplished a lot. All we did was landed a little bit of running around and me talking, and then built the framework of our kind of remote base outpost thing and dug a small hole in the ground. Not the most exciting first episode ever, but I've seen videos where guys will sit and they spend the entire first episode talking about the initial setup, and so we had a little bit of that, but could have always been worse. So I'm pleased with it. I hope all of you are pleased with this episode, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.